Amen, say man. You know the vibes by the title of the video. You already know what's going on. So boy JB back at it again with another video. I really need a new intro, bro. Anyway, title of the video. You already know what the video is about. So let's just get right into it. So this is the reasons why I left UPS. Now, if you haven't seen the other videos, I suggest you watch those. Now, if you're thinking about joining UPS, I'm telling you, watch other videos. It highlights things I like about UPS. I don't want you to think that this video is shitting on UPS in any way, shape, or form, because it kind of is, but that's not the point. The point is, this is why I'm not working at UPS anymore. Doesn't mean this is gonna happen to you. So if you're considering working at UPS, I strongly recommend you watching my other videos. But if you're also trying to weigh out the pros and cons, make sure you stay for this video. Anyway, so why am I no longer working at UPS? Number one reason, the hours. Now, the hours are really fine. It's like a 4 or 5 hour shift, bro. It's like the last 4 or 5 hours of your day. It's from about 6 to 11, 6 to 12, 5 to 12, 5 to 11. It's about that time. Now, the one thing I did not like about this was you never knew when you was getting off work. Some days you might get off at 9:30, but other days you might get off at 1 a.m. I really did not like that inconsistency. And the reason that is because it's a warehouse job and you really don't get done until your work is done, because they got time frames to follow. People got to get their packages. People are ordering 2-day shipping, next day shipping. We have to do our jobs if they want their package. And you know, that it was whatever for it really was whatever. It's just long term, after a while it does get a little annoying because I'm a morning person. I don't know, I just didn't like coming home late from work. Like, if I was coming home late, I wanted to because I was having fun, not because I was fucking working, man. The hours just, after about 4 months, I just didn't like the hours no more. I just didn't find them convenient. The hours were very convenient during COVID. I mean, it's still COVID, but it was very convenient during that time period, you know? Yeah, so number one reason I'm not working at UPS anymore is the hours, which is probably not going to be a big issue for a lot of people. Because you wouldn't accept the job if you didn't like the hours at first. And I liked the hours at first. I thought it was actually some pretty good hours. Because I was like, oh, I can do all this stuff during the day, then final thing I gotta do is go to work. Which was fine, I guess. But anyway, on to reason number 2 that I no longer work at UPS is happiness, bro. I feel like it has a big role. And that's actually the number one reason I am no longer working at UPS. Happiness, mental health state, bro. It's literally awful. So if you're anything like me, you like seeing new scenery, you like doing different things. UPS, you're just gonna look at the same. Every day it's the same thing. Conveyor belt, boxes, truck, load. And honestly, after a while, it gets pretty depressing. And, you know, leading on to the next reason why I left UPS was the work environment. So a combination of the work environment with, you know, my mental health, it just was not a good place. So let me get more into that, the work environment. So I was a preloader, right? So a lot of other people around me, I was probably the youngest dude out there. Everybody else around me was like in their late 20s, some 40s, some even older. And, you know, I was talking to one dude there, and he's been there since he was 18. And he's like 60 something now. And that day, now he's happy with his job. He's perfectly fine with his job. He enjoys his job, so good for him. But that right there, I knew I did not want that for myself. So that just made me depressed. I was like, you spent your whole life just no, not me, not I. No, that was just not finna go for me. I just That I didn't like, but also what else I didn't like was things at this job go by seniority. So you're never gonna have more seniority than someone who was there longer than you. So that's just always how that's gonna work. So till they get a new permanent person that's gonna be under you, you're gonna be like you're not gonna have really no say in a lot of stuff, and you can't really complain. And a reason why this is a problem, like seniority things in ideal isn't a problem. It's just how people use it. So a lot of people are freaking lazy. I'm talking lazy. The work ethic is just not there, and that's probably the second biggest reason why I left. The people around you, the work environment, it just wasn't a good one to be around. It made you want to be lazy. It made you not want to do your work because no one around you is doing their work. Why should you be working the hardest when everyone else is just slacking off? And the thing is, the worst part about it, if you have low seniority, you can be doing your job on point while everyone else is slacking off. Then when it's time to release employees, supervisors, and stuff, they will come to the people with higher seniority, which, in ideal seniority, it makes sense. But when they're slacking and doing this on purpose because they know they're not going to get in trouble, because it's also a union job, so you know how union plays into stuff, they're slacking. And it leaves the person with lower seniority to do all the work. Now, I was kind of lucky enough to be accepted by this shift. They liked me. They talked to me. They was cool with me. There was like two sides to the shift, and I was luckily on the good side. I mean, I never really spoke to anybody at work. Like, if people was having a conversation, I might laugh because we were all in the same trailer, but I really never spoke to anybody. I kind of just let it happen naturally, and eventually, became better and better friends with some of the people there. But the drama at work just was not fun. So there was two sides, and they literally just like hated each other. And it all happened because of some snitching stuff, and there was just a shit ton of drama at work. Like, there was oh my god, the drama was insane. Like, women wasn't allowed to work on our level because of a previous employee who like harassed a woman, like, employee, and now they all work downstairs and stuff like that. Then you have these guys who are according to be like pedos and stuff, and like, then you got a guy with anger management, then you got lazy people, then you got people that are just content with doing nothing at the age of 50 in their life. And like, it was just not a fun work environment. It's just a lot of drama. Just was nothing I wanted to surround myself by, and that was another pushing factor to making me leave. And when I decided to leave, my boss would let me quit, but he also didn't, in a way, because he was like, well, if you ever do want to come back, I can put you on RTO for, however long, which is, like, it's unpaid time off. I don't know what the the R stands for, but it's time off, right? It's not paid. It's not paid. It's just time off, right? But you're still on the company. So I did that until, like, I found this job, and I just told him, I don't know, it's better if you just take me off the RTO or whatnot. But yeah, I was a good worker at UPS. Like, he told me that. I mean, there really wasn't a lot of other things that make me leave UPS. I mean, smaller things like the schedule. You're working 5 days a week, which is nothing wrong. You get weekends off. But the thing is, you're limited. Your hours are limited to the amount of work that's there, So if it's not peak season, which is about 3 months. If it's not peak season, you're not going to be pulling in that like 700 a week or anything like that. And once peak season is over, the job becomes pretty shit. if I'm being honest. Like, things do kind of slow down, but also at the same time, I just wasn't doing something that made me happy. Just going in there and looking at the same thing, being surrounded by the people, the trauma, and the combination of everybody also hating the job, which was weird. Like, quick story, me and this dude got hired on the same day, right? We came in together, right? And he got promoted to supervisor within like a month, which is not the problem. Like, I had the opportunity to do so too, but he became supervisor or whatever, right? His shifts went from 4 hours to about 8 hours. But anyway, we would talk, and like, he hated it. He hated it, and we were just, the last 2 months of work was just us talking about getting our security guard card and just doing something better, easier, funner, something to get out of there. It was just not fun, not a good work environment. But I will say this, don't take this video and be like, oh, I'm never working at UPS. Because that's how I looked at a lot of UPS videos, and that's why I was so hesitant to join at first. I will say this, join during peak season, and that's it. As soon as peak season is done for, get out of there. Now here's the thing, I signed up for peak season, but the thing is, I was a good worker, so they allowed me to stay full time after peak season. So that's the only reason why I was there for more than like the 3 months. So most of y'all might not even make it out the freaking process of, like, you know, peak season or whatever, but sign up for peak season. It's good pay. You get overtime after 20 hours, which is freaking crazy. So after 20 hours you get OT, which genuinely makes me kind of want to pick it up during the fall as a little side job. But yeah, man, other than that, those are the reasons why I left UPS, man. I don't want to discourage anybody from going to UPS. I just know what you're signing up for. I knew what I was signing up for, and it was good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. That's all I gotta say.